Welcome back to Character Select. Dave and Savin back for more Pillars of Eternity. I'm going to go to the Goose and
Tosh
Fox.
is here too.
Tasha! How you doing, Tosh?
She good.
I'm glad she good. I honestly thought that said porn actress. Oh boy. Starting off with a
No,
right
we're not at
fucking
the
foot
salty
here.
mast. Come on. A man skulks near
What?
the bar. He seems like... What?
A man skulks near the bar. He seems like he's trying to blend in with the wood paneling, and he watches the other patrons out of the corner of his eye. Gives you a quick nod as you approach. Verzano has a delivery for you. Glances around and snatches the pouch from you. Keep your voice down, will you? The Dominels have... Dominels?
Yep.
Dominels have spies everywhere. You tell Verzano this is the last time I'm buying from him. This is getting too dangerous for me. Did I just do something illegal? No. Tell me what was in that pouch. Bitter squash seeds. They interrupt pregnancies, even though they're not exactly legal. Many folks nowadays prefer them to the risk of hollowborn, or celibacy. People can't stop fucking, Savin. They can't
really
stop
can't.
fucking.
They haven't invented latex condoms. So.
Did I just do something illegal? No. I don't think I've heard of the Dominels. More important thing is making sure they don't hear of you. They're old Brackenbury stock, but these days the Dominels are known for their business activities, most of which involve some degree of bribery, extortion, theft, or murder. What do the Dominels have to do with this? You have no idea, do you? Let's just say the Dominels have, exclusive rights to trade certain merchandise within the city. Verzano likes to make some extra coin from time to time by dealing in the same merchandise. Undercutting the competition, he says. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Now get out of here before... Oh? A woman swaggers in, her polished boots thwacking the floor with slow, deliberate steps. A crooked sneer warps her smooth face. Gareth, I'm hurt. You promised to buy only from me. What's a girl to think? Gareth bows, his knees knocking together. Please, milady, I was just explaining that I don't do business with anyone else except this one last time, right? Dana? Donna?
Dana, clearly.
Dana crosses her arms and rocks back on her heels. There's always one more deal. Until you run out of credit, that is. Dana turns and regards you, looking you up and down. Just who are you? You don't exactly look like a seed dealer. Aloth glances at Gareth. I think that's a compliment. No one to be trifled with? Wow. That gets them to like me a little more?
Huh, they're the crooks. Of course they're going to respect strength.
Just someone making a delivery. Verzano put you up to this, didn't he? That old fool's on a sinking ship, and he's determined to drag anyone who gets close enough down with him. She eyes the trembling Gareth. Gareth here knew better, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In fact, I'll also give you a chance to get even with the imbecile who's been playing us both. What do you say to killing Verzano? Why would I want to do that? Why wouldn't you? He's used you to do his dirty work, and without telling you anything about what you were carrying, or who you were crossing. She taps a finger to her jaw, and her voice slows. Of course, I'd also consider it a personal favor, and House Dominel is never stingy with its friends. The loyal ones, anyway. I'll decide his fate when I talk to him again. You'd better make up your mind quickly, because we're going to pay him his dues one way or another. Just make sure you stay out of our way. I don't want to get into a fight in the middle of a bar. It seems like a good way to get kicked out of the bar.
Yeah, this is a nice bar. Aw, Puppo's asleep.
Puppo's a sleeper. Alright. So where did that kid say that merchant was?
In the market, which is right north of you. Yeah. But it's the middle of the night, so you know.
There were still merchants there, I just don't remember the name. Merchant selling weaponry. That's not helpful.
Well, there's a big pile of swords right there, so, you know. Not her. There's a big pile of weapons.
Igran.
Greetings.
Looking for a particular dagger made of March steel. Just like the Crucible Knights use. Let me guess. You've been talking to that kid, right? I'd be tempted to sell it to you anyways and let the little rascal learn his lesson, but a pack of adventurers already took it off my hands. If March steel daggers are only given to Crucible Knights, how did you get your hands on one? Igran pauses mid-polish, his cloth slowing over the blade. A lot of steel passes through my hands, friend. I don't make it my business to ask where it all comes from. I'm not trying to get you into trouble, but you should be careful about what you trade and whom you trade it with. Trafficking in stolen goods is risky. Appreciate the concern, but there's no need to worry. I keep my nose clean enough. Those adventurers you sold the dagger to, where are they now? Only visit Copperlane to crew up at Admeth's Den Expedition Hall or down a pint at the Goose and Fox. And since they weren't headed into the den, well, you've got my best guess. What's Sonild? Oh, she operates in the Expedition Hall. Sells the best equipment in the city, but Weenan keeps her on a short leash. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditionists, members of the dozens, anyone else he takes a liking to. Alright. I wanted to see what it was, not use it. It is extra damage, +1 enemies engaged. That's pretty good.
Yep.
It's expensive as shit, though. Borisane? +20% of damage restored as endurance. Fuck.
Attacks can stun on crits, even better.
Fuck. +4 accuracy is also really good.
Give that to Sagani and ew boy.
Except it's 10,000 copper.
Well, yeah, except for that. You definitely do not have enough shit to make that, I don't think.
Nope. I could buy a pistol, though. It's only 15. The pistol, the blunderbuss, and the arquebus are all the same price?
Yep.
That's weird, isn't it? The blunderbuss has the weakest interrupt, apparently. Also doesn't have a lot of damage, but it shoots 6 projectiles, so... The
Yes,
Disappointer!
although I think with the blunderbuss, each individual hit adds to interrupt.
Oh, so it's only a 0.5% chance to interrupt, but you're hitting 6 times, so it's closer to 0.3. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go to Admeth's yet. Back to the Goose and Fox.
Yay.
Yes, music. Why are you freaking out? That was weird. You heard that too, right?
Nope. I actually don't hear any of the music in this game.
Really?
Yep.
That's weird.
Yep. And I didn't notice that at all until just now.
You don't hear the people talking?
No, I hear the people talking. And I hear the bar background sounds. But I don't hear the soundtrack, no.
Huh. I want to just wander around and start assaulting people asking for a dagger. You got a
Welcome.
dagger? You know anything about a March steel dagger? He raises his eyebrows. Haven't seen anything like that cross my bar, that's for sure. Thumps the smooth wood countertop. I won't wager against someone here having a blade like that. Check upstairs. I saw a group head that way not long ago, carrying plenty of steel.
I don't think I've ever been upstairs in this place.
Have you not done this quest?
No, I just told that kid to get fucked, not giving you a dagger.
He'll poke your eye out.
Yeah. Doesn't know any weapon safety.
Welcome.
Oh, here we go. An Orlan man relaxes with his feet propped on the table. Patches of dark brown skin peek out from underneath a full mane of blue-green hair. He and the Orlan woman with him exchange lasting comments with the trio at a nearby table. He spins a dagger in his hand. His hazel eyes watch you. You look like you've seen a night or two in the wilds. Joining us for a drink? Did you buy a March steel dagger from Igrin? Displays the blade in a flat palm. I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know of any more circulating in the city. Outside the steel in the Crucible Keep, of course. I was trying to get it for a kid named Gordy. He blinks and kicks his feet off the table. Kid? This isn't a toy, you know. Get him a wooden sword. The Orlan woman leans over and punches his arm. Come on, Weaksel. If our friend here is willing to pay, what's the harm? Plenty, actually. That kid'll probably poke his eye out. Besides, I plan to use this dagger. Sooner than you expected. Nice. How much would it take for you to change your mind? He turns the blade in the light, admiring it. Seeing as how there's a sudden demand for this, 100 pans seems fair. That's 100 copper?
Yeah.
All right, deal. Pleasure doing business with you. Oh, see ya.
Sweet. Now I get to see a kid with an eye patch.
I swear to God, if he doesn't poke his eye out immediately, I'm going to be really upset. Chanters can do more than just chant. They can also
Spoiler,
shoot guns.
not really.
I mean, what's the guy in our party's name?
Kana?
Kana. He can shoot people.
It's true, but not because he's a chanter. Just because he has arms.
Mean a lot of things.
Surely you'll go back when this is all over.
Dunno. Guess that all depends.
Hello. Did you get it? Do you have the dagger? Can I see it? I have the dagger right here. It's so sharp. Toss him the dagger. It would fucking kill him. You know it. Survival 4 requirement not met. Deal's a deal. Here you go. Snatches it out of the air, heedless of anything else. He yanks it out of its sheath and holds the blade up to the light. I'm gonna be just like the Crucible Knight, he saws and chops at the air. Flips the weapon into the air and grabs at the hilt, almost slicing his palm open in the process. His eyes dart away from yours as he sheathes the dagger. So about that secret. He puts his hand up to his mouth and whispers loudly, I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as a March steel dagger, though. Thank you for telling me, Gordy. Bye.
Sure.
So you do know what that is a reference to, right? Please tell me you do.
No.
You've never seen A Christmas Story?
Nope.
There's a kid called Gordy who goes on many trials and tribulations because all he wants is a BB rifle for Christmas. And every time he tells somebody that he wants a BB rifle for Christmas, from his mother, his father, random strangers, other family members, and a mall Santa, they all tell him the same thing. That's way too dangerous. He'll shoot your eye out. Finally gets a Red Ryder BB gun at the end of the movie, immediately shoots his eye out.
Ooh.
Immediately. Which is why the Red Ryder BB gun is also in Fallout and is the weapon that has the highest crit rate. Because you're shooting your eye out, kid.
Oh, Lord.
Alright, so that's done. What else are we doing here? I don't friggin' remember.
You want to get the stone in the theater that Gordy told you about.
Loose brick by the theater. So where's the theater?
Right next to you.
Alright. I was thinking like a theater building, not an open air theater, but you know. Actors! Acting! The statuesque woman has a gaze that could cut stone. She turns her chiseled cheekbones to the sky, favors you with a look of acknowledgement. Her eyes shimmer under silvered eyeshadow and a razor-precise line of kohl. Before you can speak, she throws her hand up in a dramatic fashion.
Greetings.
Autographs after the performance, please. Great art requires great concentration, and greatness is expected from the Revel of Stars. What's the Revel of Stars? We're the finest theatre troupe in the city. We believe that the best art is immersive and true to life. She looks at the amphitheater with a rapturous expression. We stage our performances right here in Copper Lane for the edification at all at 12 in the morning when no one is watching. I suppose I can spare a moment for a fan. What do you do? That depends entirely on the demands of the role. She lays a slender hand on her chest. I am the pallid knight, the widow of the wood, and the warrior Queen Mokka, all at different times. Sometimes at the same time, but that was confusing and I forgot my lines because there were 3 of them at a time. To live a different life each day is a glorious thing indeed, my friend. Does the Revel of Stars take in many new members? But of course! Good drama is a balm to the soul, and we wish to offer a true theatrical experience to as many as possible. What kind of members do you take? Nobody cares. How long do you keep members? Alright, well, that was uninteresting. Savin, that was worthless.
Yep.
Do I need to turn on sneaking mode?
Maybe. That does increase your perception.
Loose brick by the theater. Oh wow, the fox almost...
Something you don't see every day.
The fox was almost hiding. Nice. An oaken
Ooh.
scarab figurine. Alright. Black
That's so
song.
good.
And amethyst. So the oaken figurine summoned 3 wood beetles. Once per rest.
Fuck yeah, beetles. Put that shit on.
Doop.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a couple of gemstones too. I think that was probably worth 100 gold or 100 copper.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Summon figurines are the best shit in this game.
Okay. Alright, so that has been completed.
Now time to go back to the gift. You can go to, yeah, that exit there.
Yeah,
We'll
this will
just bring
also
up the world
unlock
map.
first fires for us to go to. Nope, we've already been to first fires. Never mind. I was thinking it was going to take us to Heritage Hill, but whatever.
No.
I love the idea that a spell can be so potent that in the middle of it, you're... Oh! Hello!
It's foggy.
I was not expecting that.
Anyway, what were you saying?
A spell can be potent and or so potently powerful that it just smashes you in the face, whether you're friend or foe, and whatever the person wants. But then at the edges of it, you're just like, ah, that was refreshing.
Alright, you want to go south? Yeah.
Alright, I feel like as soon as we go in here, if we don't kill this guy, we're gonna get attacked. And if we do kill this guy, we're gonna have to kill a bunch of people. So, quick save. In we go.
What? What kind of common sense shit is this? Just
Look.
walk into these situations, Dave. Come on. Don't be a metacuck.
We're missing somebody. That's interesting.
One more guards in here than I remember.
Welcome.
Were you able to deliver the package? You didn't tell me that things would get messy. I'd charge extra for that. The Dominals were there? Verzano's eyes fly open and he tugs at his beard. I was so careful, always following the Verlavita. They couldn't have known. Verlavita?
Well, well. Is this your last day among the living, Verzano?
Verzano wrings his hands. Your timing is impeccable, Tella Pellegrina. Pelagina. The Dominals are after me. Gina. The Dominals are after me. Please, you've got to stop them.
As if any of this were ever in my hands. The Republic's considered your business worth protecting based on its success. That success depended on cooperation with the locals, like House Dominel. You've lost that. And the favor of the dukes.
I will be diplomatic.
Even if you get out of this alive, they're done with you. The dukes have more pressing interest in Defiance Bay than rescuing one merchant who threw himself overboard.
Marzano falls to his knees and clasps his hands together. Have mercy, Palagina. I don't stand a chance against the Dominels. He bites a trembling lip. I've brought failure and shame on myself, but you can't mean to watch your countrymen die like a dog.
Vetsano. Why are you wasting your precious breath on me? My orders come through the ambassador, and through the ambassador from people you should be honored ever gave a moment's thought to whether you live or die. You don't seem like the sort to petition the gods to keep him out of hell. So why not cry mercy to the one person in this room with the power to grant it?
She turns her attention to you and raises her feathered eyebrows expectantly. Frisano, you're on your own. I'm leaving. After you pay me what I'm owed.
A hard fate, but not unwarranted.
We got an item. Forgiveness. How do we get
It's hard to come by.
We apparently took it from him, so he can't have it anymore. Rosano turns his tear-streaked face to you. I know you have a kind heart. Please, I never meant for either of us to come to harm. I only wanted to save my business. Don't let them slaughter me like this.
Do as you will. He's no longer my concern.
I mean, if there was somebody else involved, I would be like, you know what, maybe I gotta protect him. But he kind of was a douchebag, and it's clear that he had warnings, so it's really none of my business.
Yep.
Dana saunters through the door, flanked by a squad of Dominel's foot soldiers. She lets her gloved hand rest on the hilt of her weapon. I hope you've collected whatever payment you were owed, because there won't be much left of this fool soon. As you leave the warehouse, you hear Verzano utter a shriek, which is quickly cut off.
It appears his guards did not opt to protect him either.
Probably because I just took all their money.
Ah, it's done then. You did the right thing. Versano has no one to blame for this but himself. We gave him more than enough warnings, but he never listened.
So I'm all about helping people out of situations that are beyond their control. But if you dig a hole and then beg for somebody to help you out of the hole because you can no longer climb out because you've dug it too deep, you are depending on the benevolence of everybody around you to help you out with your own stupid mistake. And if you don't start doing that until it starts raining and the hole starts filling up with water, I'm sorry, but you're asking at the wrong time. It's a shitty
and it
analogy,
doesn't help
but
when you're when instead of just asking for help, you're tricking people into trying to help you.
Yep.
In any case, the embassy's entanglements with him have been cut, which also means that I'm free from Verzano's net of stupidity. You have my thanks. Whether you intended to or not, you've done the Valian Republics a service today, ridding us of him. I work closely with the embassy to protect our interests, but lately I think our gaze has been too narrow. You clearly have pursuits of your own in the city, but I think we could help each other out. If you're interested in doing some work for us. Officially, I mean. We can go together and I'll introduce you to the ambassador.
That sounds fine. Let's go.
Good. Maybe I can finally do something more worthwhile than playing nanny to merchants. The embassy is up in First Fires, southwest of the Ducal Palace.
Alright, who are we kicking out?
I would say Kana. He's the worst. I love Kana, but Chanters are not good in this game.
He does have a gun, though, and that does count for a lot.
Guess who else has a gun, though?
Oh, I got a gun. Alright.
Also,
gonna-
I meant Palagina also has a gun, but yes.
No, I'm sure, but I just realized that forgiveness is a gun. which is hilarious. Why is it called forgiveness? Keel was a constable in the small deer wooden village of Maiden Falls. Good man who fulfilled his duties honorably. He often found himself in violent confrontations with passing ruffians and mercenaries come to the village to exploit the nearby ruins. Wiry, with a boyish face and an awkward gait, offenders rarely took Keel seriously. They would mock him, telling him there was no way he was going to take them to jail. You're right, Keel would reply. I bring forgiveness. That's cool. I like that.
The frontier sheriff with a big iron on his hip.
So damaging increases damage, straight up bypasses 6 damage reduction. And
Plus 20% attack speed. Damn. For a pistol, that's pretty good.
And also has less crit damage multiplier. So it does more damage on average, but when it crits, it's not as powerful. $17 to $25, $28 to... How do I tell what the actual speed is? Because it says speed very slow, but then it has property speed.
So speed means 20% attack speed. So the problem with this weapon is that it still has to be reloaded because it's a pistol.
Right.
So your actual attack speed will definitely be lower than with the bow. But also, if you think about it this way, for each individual hit you land, you'll generate way more focus points for your psychic powers.
Plus, I get to use a gun.
Hell yeah. Got a gat.
Whoops. All right, so
It's
she is
just gun paladin.
She is definitely a frontline fighter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Her breastplate is fine and defiant, and which means when she gets really wounded, she's just gonna start taking even less damage. That's awesome. All right, so that means we need to rejigger our refigure. Put her right up there.
Oh, woo.
That works.
And don't forget to level her up.
Oh yeah, that's a thing I can do in this game. Alright. So, she's already got some athletics and lore. Anything else? Like, should it just be straight up athletics?
Yeah.
Alright. She is a paladin. She gets class abilities. Intense Flames. 25% damage is burn.
So that would make her smite to do more fire damage.
Gotcha. Faith and Conviction.
This increases her her personal armor bonus from being a paladin.
Velio Vidorio is a battle cry meaning swift victories among the Fremas Mes Conch Suolias. That's a mouthful. Nearby allies gain increased attack speed? Damn, so she smites and everybody else attacks faster?
Yep.
Huh. I think Deep Faith would let her live longer. That is a sword. Jesus. That is a sword. What do you think, Savin? Or we could just get into the basics, the weapon focuses.
Well, she's a damage-dealing character. I would say just Intense Flames, just smite harder.
Smite me, oh mighty smiter, more Oh, that's as much athletics as we can get there.
More.
Right. Really? All right.
Yeah. Get over, she can use scrolls.
Lay on hands. Touch for heals. Zealous... Wait, how much does that do?
60 endurance over 6 seconds.
Zealous Focus.
Yeah, I would definitely pick up one of the Zealous Auras.
Okay.
So...
That increases accuracy and means that she's more likely to get solid hits. That increases move
Not just
speed.
her, but everyone around her.
Ooh. That increases move speed and better defenses when you're moving around. That increases damage reduction and turns hits into grazes. I like the murder things better thing, thanks.
Sounds good to me.
Murder things better, thanks. Jesus, I can talk. Critical focus. Allies affected by zealous focus convert 5% of what would have been ordinary hits to critical hits. Jesus. Alright, I'm going to get her this one too so she can get more deflection as well.
Sounds good.
+1 every 5 levels after 0. Nice. So she's strong, she does a lot of damage, and she also helps everybody else survive just a bit longer. So that's pretty good.
For what it's worth, I think you need to turn on her aura.
Oh, that's right. And...
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, turn her AI on too. Yeah.
For what?
Aggressive, I'd say. And defensive.
Oh. Dang it.
Yeah. And then click the Zealous Focus aura button.
Wah!
Yeah. Now she's making everybody in the party hit a lot harder.
It's pretty fucking good, Savin.
Yeah, Paladin's really good.
Now we can get to Heritage Chill. Okay. Back to First Fires. I've always liked the idea of a paladin that just smites the shit out of bad guys. Because, I mean, that was like the storytelling that I grew up with, was the good guys conquering the bad guys. Like Saturday morning cartoons, Power Rangers, Star Wars movies. That's all. I was like, paladins are the dudes that do that. And now I have a more nuanced look where paladins are like the people that try to figure out the best way to do that without hurting people.
Nowhere.
Well, more complicated than that anyway. What was your favorite D&D class?
I've always liked the idea of the sour knight, like Geralt.
Yeah, like, I'll do this, but I'm not happy about having to do it again. Have you seen The Incredibles?
Nope.
The movie The Incredibles? No? Okay. Oh, see ya. There's a line at the beginning of the movie where they're doing, like, interview things, and Mr. Incredible turns to the camera and he goes, sometimes I feel like sometimes you just want the world to stay saved, you know? I feel like the maid sometimes. Just clean this up. Can you keep it clean for 5 minutes? And I'm like, that is the perfect Sour Knight attitude.
Yeah.
He's gonna fix it, but god damn it, stop breaking it. Ooh, that's not stealing. Nobody cared. Vicent Agosti?
Ambassador Agosti, I would speak with you on a matter of some urgency and great importance.
Sighing as though remembering some heavy burden, Vicent crosses his arms before Vincent. Before replying, I'm not even drunk. Palagina, if this is the same matter we previously discussed, I doubt I will be convinced any more easily. Ambassador, please hear her out. The ambassador praises you for several moments and nods respectfully. You are well known in Defiance Bay, Maritsu, even in the Valian embassy. Vicent turns his attention back to Palagina. So you're keeping respectable company these days. Throws up his hands and shrugs. Hardly a good reason to go stirring up trouble with animancers and who knows what.
Ambassador, there are issues at stake here that go beyond rogue merchants and a port staying open. Animancy is under attack in Defiance Bay.
We have to protect our interests here, but that also means knowing when to avoid unnecessary entanglements. The animancers and locals have problems. They'll work them out. Or they won't. Either way, there's too much risk by getting involved.
If it is outlawed here, what would prevent the same from happening in our republics?
The ambassador's face vacillates between expressions of sympathy and frustration. Palagina, I do not think your concerns are unfounded, but it is not the place of this embassy to countermand the Republic's policies. If it makes any difference, Ambassador, I'm already looking into the matters Palagina has spoken of. It doesn't, but it would be fortuitous if your investigation took you to Twin Elms, because that's where Palagina needs to go.
What is it the Duke's need of me? Ambassador.
The Deerwood's instability has created an opportunity for us to take over their trade with Air Glanfath. We need to meet with the Glanfathans soon to secure upcoming trade arrangements. The roads to Twin Elms can be dangerous, of course, but that's why you'll be our representative there.
It shows the Ambassador. But won't this provoke the Deerwoodans? Their country is falling apart, and we're already dividing up their trade alliances.
Provoke them into what? Going to war? Through no fault of the Republic's, the Deerwood's armies have been deprived of an entire generation of soldiers. It'd be foolish not to take advantage of the situation. If we don't, the Raid Sarens will. Ambassador, that's some cold compassion considering what these people have been through.
More than that, Ambassador, there is a practical element to consider. We may profit in the short term from this arrangement, but what of the future? The Deerwood won't forget, and the Republics may pay the price for it.
There's a theory that that's what caused World War One, actually. Everybody, the lead up to World War One, anyway. Everybody was thinking right now, tactically instead of strategically, and it caused a whole bunch of bullshit to happen.
Oh yeah, that's accurate.
We're not the Dukes, Palagina. It's their decision and our job to carry out the orders. It's not like they're asking you to assassinate someone. Palagina raises an eyebrow and clenches her jaw, but remains silent. Palagina. Go to Twin Elms, speak to the Omnipresent, impress upon her the instability of the Deerwood, and reassure of the Valian Republic's desire to open safe trade.
Of course, Ambassador.
Ambassador nods and smiles paternally. He then looks to you. I know you plan on investigating this crisis together, but I hope you understand Palagina's responsibilities. Wink obnoxiously at Palagina. I understand completely, and will make sure that she completes this important mission for the Dukes. Nod noncommittally. I understand, but we're still going to investigate it, responsibilities or not. No, of course, Ambassador. We all have our duties to attend to. Excellent. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Is that dude wearing pajamas?
Could have gone better. Could have gone worse.
It's very nice silk, I think.
Fair.
I appreciate that you stood up for me, but it's hard to persuade the Ambassador to go against the Duke's orders.
No, you're right, Palagina. We may find a way for you to fulfill your obligations while looking into what's really going on around here. Don't worry.
Enough wisdom for both of us. Now, I just need to find out how to get to Twin Elms before the Ambassador loses his patience.
Still, I fear that making this deal with the Glanfathans will further weaken the Deerwood and make trouble for the Republics in years to come. Follow your heart. Do what you believe will be best for the Republics.
I wish I knew.
Did I just level? Yes!
Hell yeah, level 5!
Get some more of that sweet mechanics plus survival. Interesting.
Level 3 spells.
Yeah, because the level that you unlock is your class level, half your class level rounded up, right?
Yeah, or just every odd level.
Yeah, basically. Ecto Psychic Echo generates a rebounding wave of psychic feedback between the Cypher and an ally that causes crush damage to enemies caught between them. Wow, if I could...
Again is our Scorcher.
Well, except that the target is an ally and it doesn't hurt anybody in between, probably. Fractured Volition violates an enemy's memories to bring vivid recollections of past failures to the surface, leaving the target hobbled and weakened. Mentally links nearby enemies to the target, forcing them to experience a portion of all damage the target suffers. Destroys the target's psychic defenses, leaving them dominated by the Cypher for the duration.
That's pretty good.
Accuracy plus 10 versus will? Jesus. Causes enemies in the area of effect to believe their worst fears have been realized, frightening and sickening them for the duration. Frightened means that everything is reduced by 2, or resolve and dexterity reduced by 2 and accuracy by 10. Has all attributes reduced by 1, fortitude and will reduced by 10. So I could do Secret Horrors followed by Puppet Master to immediately dominate somebody if I have enough
Pretty
power.
much.
Forces an enemy's soul to leak energy, igniting the air around them and burning them over time. I turned someone into a fuel air bomb? That's amazing.
That power is pretty hilarious. I love it.
Alright. I think I want to get Pain Link and Puppet Master. Because Pain Link seems like it'd be great for big groups, and Puppet Master seems like it'd be great if I can find somebody strong and turn them against them.
Sounds good.
Doom. Alright, Pajamas, we're out. And guess what, Savin?
What?
Next time on Character Select, it's still night.
Yay.
So much...
One long day.
So much nighttime.
Eder, how is it you Eothasians stay so optimistic? The world has not given your kind much reason to hope.
You get to a certain point and you realize you got 2 options. You can go mad with grief and tear out all your hair and check yourself into the sanitarium, or you can wait for better days.
Fucking 2020 in a nutshell right there. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And Savin.
Yeah.
Good lord. We still need to do more stuff around here, don't we?
Yeah, we still gotta do the actual main quest.
Yeah. Jesus. So much done. So much undone. We're still neutral. Fuck.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a long time before you get that anyway.